Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of HRD 631, The Adult Learner. We will start week number 9, which starts on March 20th, Monday, March 20th. And today I'll just try to give you an overview of the materials for week number 9, talk about week number 10, and then moving forward with the class. So for those that had a spring break, welcome back. For those that just carried on with your life, I know spring break means something different for adult learners, which may include you just worked or your school was open, so you were teaching, whatever it might be. Spring break is different than maybe what's portrayed on the news or online, what students do during spring break. But either way, welcome back. I hope you had a little break from the class. And now we're entering week number 9. As you know, we have 14 weeks, sometimes 15, depending upon how you look at it. But we are really moving quickly into, I think, probably an accelerated portion of the class. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to the week number 9. So let's get right to the materials. In week number 9, we're doing cognitive development in adulthood. So what I'd like you to do is read a couple of things. Read chapter 13, the electronic reserve Perry's schedule. There's a YouTube video. Coming up next Sunday is the exploration annotated bib and learning organizer, and I'll get into information on that. One thing that I did want to mention to everybody, the exploration projects you will have an opportunity to facilitate our learning, our actual learning, using your exploration projects in weeks 12 through 14. I'll have a sign up to a doodle poll coming up this week. I'll try to get that done by midweek. And in there, you can sign up if you want to go in week number 12, 13, or 14. So once again, the poll will be coming out. I'll give you some information on that. So we're after spring break, as you know. We start Monday, March 20th, which is on Monday. So I'd like you to do a few things. Well, first of all, I mentioned the reading. I'd like you to take a look at Perry's scheme of intellectual development. Remaining assignments, we have the annotated bib and learning organizer due next Sunday with materials in weeks 12, 13, and 14. This is where you actually present your materials to the class. You facilitate our learning. I'll have more information on that coming up. The learning autobiography, May 3rd. More information on that coming up also. So what I'd like everybody to do, read through the materials. We look at 2 discussion questions this week. One is on adult cognition. The other one is on wisdom. Wisdom is this really interesting topic. Oftentimes people think that it's related to a person's age, and that's not necessarily the case. Although you may find a 90-year-old person that is full of wisdom, but you may find a 90-year-old person that really isn't full of wisdom, and a lot depends on what people do with the experience that they have through the life and how have they reflected on those experiences. So here's where I have some materials for everybody. First of all, there's an overview of the annotated bibliography and learning organizer. Just what is it? What does it look like? Over here, we have materials on the exploration projects, examples, learning organizer, annotated bib. So once again, I put together a video on just what it is I'm hoping you will submit by next Sunday. And before we even go any further, if you have any questions on what is specifically you're supposed to be doing or submit, shoot me an email. We can talk over the phone. We can have a Zoom, whatever will be most beneficial to you. So here's an example of a learning organizer and an annotated bibliography. So if you click on that, so here is a learning organizer that was done by a student back in 2017. This was an exemplar. So you can follow the same format for your project. the learning organizer, I'd like you to submit both of these things together. The learning organizer is just what it sounds like. It's if you think of it as an advanced organizer that I send out on a weekly basis with the materials. So first of all, why is this topic important? So answer that. What will we be doing? So what I mean by that is, what will you be having us do when you facilitate our learning? So in this person, read chapter 3 from journal keeping. That was something that I used back then. View the PowerPoint that this person put together. Read chapter 21. Begin to think about a program portfolio in the adult and higher ed program, and then respond to questions on Blackboard. Blackboard is no longer Blackboard, it's Brightspace. How will you facilitate our learning about the question? When the module is completed, students will. So that is it. That's spelling out why it's important, what will we be doing as students, and then the learning outcomes. And at the end of the week, what are students going to learn? And then we get to the learning autobiography, the annotated bib. The annotated bibliography really simply just states what references you will use to put these together. There's information in the syllabus about how many. And I can say this one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. There's 4 references that this person used. One could be the book. It could be, in this case, it's Julia Cameron's The Right to Write book. And really what an annotated bibliography is for maybe somebody that hasn't written it, first of all, it's the reference, and then you give just a paragraph about what the book is about or what the reference is about. Here's another student portfolio, a comprehensive approach to academic advisement. This article, they explain what was in the article. In this case, they explain what the book was about. And it doesn't mean that you have to read the entire book, but it could be just a very quick summary of the article and the book, the YouTube video. It could be a podcast that you use to put it together. So rather than saying in this article, you could say this podcast, blah, blah, blah. Just tell about it. This really is almost like a preview for somebody that may see your materials and then they might say, boy, I wish I knew a little bit more about it. They would look at your annotated bib, and then from there they might decide that they want to read that book. So that, in a nutshell, is what we're talking about with these 2 assignments. So here's where you submit them. And once again, any questions you have on this assignment, please let me know. I'm here to help. And once again, I'll have the doodle poll set up so you can sign up for your facilitation week. That's going to happen in week 12, 13, and 14. We'll have more information on how you load the materials, but the poll is simply when you want to put your placeholder. There's some people that like to do it right out of the chute, but other people want to do it in the middle, and some people want to wait to the absolute end before they have to present. So stay tuned for that. You'll have that by Wednesday of this week. Welcome back, everybody. If you have any questions, please shoot them to me. I'm here to help, and we'll see everybody online. Bye.